What up, what up, what up, Cowboys Nation of YouTubers? Is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you? Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and it's a long time since I've done it, but I'm live today. I'll probably be live for the next 30 minutes or so, and come on in. It's a long time since I've done it. It's but I'm live today. I'll probably be live. Hold on one second. Minutes or so. And come on in. All right. Sorry about that. Trying to work this thing out. All the kinks and bugs. Trying to figure this thing out here. Working with a couple extra edit screens and everything right now. Trying to figure this thing out. You know. Anyways. Wanted to get on here and talk about some free agency news. You know how we are. It looks like the Cowboys have decided to finally sign Terrell Basham, Jake McQuaid, Ty Nsekhe, Brett Urban, and Carlos Watkins to their deals. We also know that they are going to be signing on to do Keanu Neal at weak side linebacker, and we're looking at probably doing Malik Hooker or what's our boy name coming in? DeMonte Casey. Both should be coming in today or tomorrow, and we'll have to see if the physical goes through and if they'll actually put them to a contract as safeties or other. I see we have somebody waiting here. Hey, Danny in the house. Welcome to the show. Hold on one second. Here we go. Hey, Danny in the house. Welcome to the show. Kind of working out all the bugs here. Sorry. Here we go.
What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
What is going on? How about them boys? Gonna sign
Man, how about
Hooker?
them Cowboys?
What's going on? How about them boys? What is going on? How about them boys? Gonna sign Hooker?
Sign Hooker? I think we will.
We will big time. We got Dan Quinn in the house.
We got Dan Quinn. We got some of his former players coming in. I think it'll be a better day here in the Dallas Cowboys nation.
It's about time.
I know that's right. Because we cannot sit back and have another piss-poor, bottom-tiered defense.
Yeah, another one in the books.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many free agents out there. If we can't pick up one to go in this secondary, I don't know what to tell you.
I know, especially with Javen Smith.
Exactly. The less I see of him, the better.
Exactly. He won't shut his mouth.
He won't shut his mouth. He won't stop swiping.
He's a wannabe player.
Yeah. Said Earl Thomas would be a better fit. Earl Thomas, I think he has his issues. That's why we haven't heard much about him right now. Last I heard, he's handling a divorce. So I don't think the Cowboys are going to be scooping in on him anytime soon.
Not anytime soon until they get rid of Javen Smith.
Right.
And then bring Earl Thomas in.
Yeah. I'll take somebody with experience and draft somebody too.
Yep. Somebody with experience. That's how I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, man. Anything can be better than what we had on the field last season.
Oh, of course. I know. Bring in some new players. Get rid of the old ones.
Old new blood.
Yep. Especially with Des Bryant. He's like, I'm gonna come back to the boys. Like, hell no. I'm not gonna take you.
No, that's quite all right.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Everyone
mean,
says
you
it.
can come back if you want to sit on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what Jason Garrett did. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you think we're good at backup QB? Not well. I
Backup
do.
QB.
I don't. It's kind of hard to tell because we didn't really get to see much of Garrett Gilbert and Ben DiNucci aside from the games they were in,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of got a raw deal. I mean,
Yeah.
you sent DiNucci out with a bunch of trick plays. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what did you expect him to do?
No, because Jason Garrett was calling those plays.
Yeah.
So,
Cooper Rush, he's there, but obviously he wasn't compared to any of
okay.
these other guys. So
I want somebody who's like Justin Fields. He's good. I like Justin Fields.
if we could bring in a rookie, that's fine with me.
That's fine with me
Any of
also.
these guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait for the draft.
Ooh, I can't wait either. Marcom was talking about it. He's like the NFL job would be in Ohio this year.
Yes, they've moved it back to Cleveland since they missed it last year, and they're letting in fans and media. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, but I can't wait. I have my things on my YouTube. I'm a YouTuber for my Cowboys also.
Good, good, good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know we need to keep the faith because we, as fans, we're going as crazy as everybody else.
Mm-hmm. We're lucky. We're lucky that we have this our boys in town. That's
Mm-hmm. Trey Lance, that would be a good pickup.
Yep. Yep.
I wouldn't put him in the first round, but
No.
second round,
No,
if
definitely.
everything's okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or even move back in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
If we have Surtain, Pitts, Farley, and all the guys we're looking at sitting right there at number 10, I'd move back. I'd go ahead and get more picks, knowing these guys will still be there and maybe 5 more picks. I'd go ahead and do it.
Yep. Same here.
But then comes the question. If it does come down to Surtain or Farley, who do we pick?
Surtain or Farley? I would go with Surtain. Either we flip the coin. Either we flip the coin or bring.
Farley's faster, but Surtain knows Diggs on the other side. So they go back a couple years.
So Surtain is good.
Yeah.
It's like flipping the coin, heads or tails.
Basically. Alex Smith would be okay as a backup.
Oh,
Can't really trust his leg for too long, but maybe a 1 or 2 game stint. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 or 2 until he doesn't get hurt.
Exactly. J.C. Horn. Yeah, that's a good pickup.
Like Tony Romo in a way. Tony Romo did the same thing.
Yeah.
So you don't want
Alex Smith, more power to him, but with his leg, I can't really put too much faith all in him. So it is what it is with his health.
Yep.
Wish him all the luck, though.
Yep. I know. Let's see what they do this year.
Yeah, because I see the word is out that what's his name? Oh, Joe Flacco is visiting the Eagles because right now Hurts is the only guy
he won't
on the
sign
team.
with them. Oh, he won't sign with them.
Yeah, go ahead, sign with them. I love a statue in the backfield. Go right ahead.
But the Eagles suck this year. They have a weird ass head coach.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
No, it's because what's his name? The head coach, Peterson.
Yeah.
Bad
Hey, how you doing,
mistake.
Eric?
Bad mistake for him to go.
Uh, they let Peterson go, trusting in their quarterback, and then you got rid of that same quarterback. I'm I'm dumbfounded.
Stupid move. That was a stupid move.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I know. I'm not sure what to say.
And not only that, you brought the offensive coordinator from Indianapolis to become his head coach in Philadelphia just to give the player to Indianapolis. Kind of doesn't make sense.
Doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't really.
I was just kind
It's
of
like
wondering. I'm just
yeah.
happy there's a team worse than us.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
gotta agree
It's
with
like
like
it's like
Mike
getting rid
Fisher.
of it's like getting rid of Jason Witten in a way.
Right. Washington going to be tough this year. Their defense is going to beast. I'm scared of that defense. If anything,
Which one?
they knew what they were doing on defense, just like the Cowboys did on offense.
Mhm.
So we'll have to see
Because
if our offense can
they
beat
were
their
reading our
defense.
playbook. They were reading our
Mm.
playbook.
If they had a competent quarterback, oh man, Washington,
Mhm.
there would no doubt in my mind they'd have beaten Tampa Bay if they had a competent quarterback.
Mhm. It's because they had a good head coach,
Mm-hmm.
Vera.
Which we did.
Mhm. Until Jason Garrett got whatever he went. Giants.
Yeah, the Giants. I see he went out for a couple interviews and nobody picked him up as a head coach.
Nope. And then they
That
got
tells you a
some new
lot right
players
there.
and they suck. They got some new players and they suck.
Mm-hmm. You got a backup wide receiver from Detroit,
Yes. They
and we're
suck.
trying to make him seem like he's something.
Yep.
And you're
It's
hoping
like it's
Barkley
like
comes
Des
back.
Bryant. It
I
goes back to
don't know
Des
what they're
Bryant
thinking.
again.
That's
It
true.
goes
That's
back to Des
not the
Bryant again.
word. I mean, it makes no sense. Some of these
It
teams.
doesn't. It doesn't really. It's all hilarious videos.
Mm-hmm. And they think they're smarter than us. That's fine. Keep on getting this old talent.
Yeah, someone tell us not good.
Mm-hmm. We'll
Man.
see. Because you know that
Yep.
first game of the season will probably be us and somebody in our division again.
I hope not.
You never know with the NFL.
I think this year we're gonna rule it. We're gonna rule this Super Bowl.
I hope so. I'm getting
I think it's
older.
gonna come down to the Cowboys and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. See what they do.
Ooh, I don't know if Tampa's going to run it back. They could. They could.
They got a good running back. They got good whole shit of defense and offense. What he did
Mm-hmm.
last year in the Super Bowl.
Is Dez signed with the team? Not at the moment. He is
No.
still a free agent.
Yep. Tom Brady signed that contract with them for 1 year.
Right. Spread that money out.
And then Dak got that contract for 5 years. What, 4 years and 160 million.
6 years, 2 years voidable. More than likely, he's just going to dip back in 3 years, get that television money, break the bank again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
But the Joneses got the money.
Yep, that's his fault. He didn't want to sign until the last minute.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If he
That's
did it
what you that's what you
two
get when
off
you
seasons
sign.
ago, we wouldn't have this problem.
Nope. It's because Jerry's what do you call it? His bumness. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, his laziness,
His
thinking,
laziness.
oh, everybody will stay in Dallas. It's Dallas. Why would you ever want to leave Dallas? Like, because you're not paying me. That's why I leave Dallas.
Yeah, you're not paying me. I'm not gonna play for you.
Exactly. I
Is
can
it?
love
I'm
the
not gonna
state. I can
pay.
love
I'm
the
not
team.
gonna. It's like you sign up for a job and then they don't pay you. It's like, fuck you.
Right. Like, you don't deserve a raise.
No.
Like, wait a minute, but Joe got a raise and Sally got a raise. Yeah, well, those guys are them. But
Mm-hmm.
you are the manager and you need a pay cut.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, why do I take a pay cut?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. All right, bro. I gotta go.
All
Nice
right, you
meeting
take
you.
care out there. Nice calling in now. You take care.
Love you, cuz.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Fun talking to you guys. I love it. Um, but yeah, I see improvement coming to this team this year. I'm hoping beyond hope that we can take the division at least with some of the additions we've had. We can at least improve on the run defense and passing defense. If we can be middle of the road, I do believe this offense will keep us in games and we can do something. When you look at it, the defense was our only true letdowns last year, even when the offense wasn't clicking. The defense just wouldn't stop anybody. But when they started clicking, oh man, that was it, baby. It was all on. So that just tells me a lot that if we can show up this defense, we got a good ways to go to actually working towards our future here. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I am optimistic that the draft coming up is going to shore up our defense, probably get some offensive line depth, pick up positions that we're looking a little thin at. But in the long run, I want to see a defense for the future. We tried it in 2017. Unfortunately, all that fizzled out. Our boy Jordan Lewis is like the only guy coming back from that whole draft. And that's not how you want to draft. People, if you remember the 2009 special teams draft, then you know that we can't do that kind of thing again. We have to hit on these picks this year. Well, it ripped my heart out every year. Yeah, if you talk to my wife, I've had about 5 heart attacks just sitting there in the living room watching the games. And I, for one, I'm tired of having heart attacks. I really hope this team can turn it around. I'm hoping in our lifetime to get back to the Super Bowl. I don't care if we lose. I just want to be there to just say we got there one year. And then we can run it back and win it that next year, you know. But in the long run of things, I want success. I want continued success. I want to run back of the 70s and the 90s. But if this ownership can't get out of their own way, we're not going to do much. And that's what's holding us back right now is the ownership group. We can't seem to get past Jerry and Steven from making bad moves. Get that 6th ring. I'm hoping to get that 6th ring. I have replicas of all the other 5 rings. I'd love to pull them out, but for what? This team ain't worthy of them yet. When they are worthy, my rings will come out of storage. I mean, this team will give you just the chills, the hot flashes, the pain, the anguish, the happiness, the joy. It's all balled up in one game in 3 hours with this team. We got to figure something out. As fans, they're killing us. If we had any kind of real stake in this team, I don't know how we'd make it. But I do know that we would actually be a little better in running this team than the Joneses. But I can't say that for 100% sure because some of us, I've read comments, some of the fans think we can run this team like Madden, and that's not going to work either. So there's got to be a balance between fans and ownership group, and we got to meet somewhere in that middle to be on the same page with management, fans' expectations. Stop talking about Super Bowl every single year. Just let it naturally come in. Just win a couple games, win a couple more, win your division, and when the playoffs hit, anything can happen. We've seen it far too many times, and we'll probably see it again in our lifetimes. That's all I'm saying. But I'm about to get up out of here in a couple minutes, go do some things with the family, go play with my son. Let's check on here real quick. See if anything's happened. Doesn't look like anything has transpired much yet. We have talked about Aldon Smith coming back. The Cowboys are looking into re-signing him, but at what cost? We're not sure yet. So as the market settles, we'll have to see if he's going to decide to come back to us. I, for one, would like to have Aldon Smith. Who am I most concerned about in the division? Right now, Washington. Only because their defense is beast, and if they had a competent quarterback, they can run this division. Well, at least last year. This is a whole new year. Their players on the line, their big names, other than Chase Young, kind of get hurt a lot. So if we could take advantage of that, we'll be good. Fitzpatrick is good for maybe 3-4 games. And after that, who's your backups? Allen and Tyler Haneke. That's not exactly building confidence. What's up, Cowboy X Factor? They got a wide receiver to go opposite of McLaurin, but I don't think Samuels is it. He didn't do much in Carolina, but they're going to try and I was here waiting for you to start the stream. Yeah, for some reason, my computers were messing up and it got off timed for some reason. I guess it finally showed up on YouTube. Not worried about the Giants. They got Danny Dimes. Yeah, he's Danny Pennies for those guys. He's not really going to be the future for them. I don't think they're going to pick up his fifth-year option. I don't think he's going to be sticking around too much longer. They're hoping that Saquon Barkley can come back and take over this team and make him have to throw less, but we'll have to see. Malik Hooker or DeMonte Casey? If I had to choose, yeah, I'd pick Casey as well just for the familiarity. He has been in the scheme. So if we needed some on-the-field coaching, he'd be there. But both got injured with their Achilles last season, so it's probably a toss-up physical-wise. But I'd like both if it's possible. But these are the Cowboys. They'll pick one or the other, and more than likely they'll pick Hooker just to mess with us as fans. I, for one, would like Casey, though, to shore up that safety position. Let's see. No. Yeah, doesn't look like any new word on either one of those two coming to town yet. Keanu Neal was definitely a shocker when they said he was coming to town. I thought for sure that it was going to come down to Neal, Casey, and Hooker. And I'm shocked that he just chose straight away, hey, I'll sit down and go with the team, especially if he's not going to play safety. Woods was actually let go as a free agent, so I don't think they'll be bringing him back regardless of what happens. If anything, they'll draft somebody or get not Neil, but Casey and Hooker. And in a pinch, Neil can play safety, so he's got that option. Woods is lame, yeah. He could be hard hitting in his rookie year, but after that, he was just no good. He takes bad angles. His tackling is poor. I don't know what happened to the guy. And then he went off and said he can't give 100% all the time. That just ruined him in my eyes. Joe Thomas being let go. Yeah, he was a good backup. Cowboys don't seem to realize their backup linebackers is some of the best stuff you can have, especially the way that your top three can get hurt with Van Der Esch or Sean Lee at the time. Jalen, he looked like he was back to his Notre Dame ways in one season, but then after 2018, he's been squadoosh. I wish he could get back to that, but we'll have to see what Dan Quinn has in store for him and Van Der Esch now that Neil's on the team. Somebody's going to lose playing time. Veteran corner like Richard Sherman, I was hoping they would look at him or Patrick Peterson, but Patrick went to Chicago, I think. And Sherman is still out there, I do believe. I don't know if he's actually gone to check out any teams yet, but he is still out there. Let's see. He's tried to go back to Seattle, and that's not happening. Possible talk of the Saints. No. I think with Richard Sherman being so outspoken, not too many teams will really touch him. But the Saints are reportedly looking at him possibly. What's the draft order? Thank you for that, Cowboy X Factor. Let's see. Pick 14. So if Peterson went to the Vikings at 14, here's my thinking. Go along with me now. If Surtain, Horn, Farley are our possible options at number 10, and teams like the Giants, 49ers, Chargers don't want any of those guys, and the Vikings already picked up a corner, I'd go ahead and flip with the Patriots, move back to 15, pick up theirs a second, let the Patriots pick a quarterback or whatever they're going to do at 10, and we can draft our guy at number 15 plus have an extra second. Kyle Fuller and Ronald Darby. Darby, I'm not so sure. Fuller, I wish we got. Right. At number 10, we can have our pick of the litter at corner. That's if the Cowboys are looking that way. I'm not sure where their mindset might be, because if they do go best player available, we could be looking at Pitts. We could be looking at Slater or Sewell. But the top 10 picks or possibly be all offensive. It's going to be a good draft, definitely. I hope they don't trade Gallup. Now, I'm hearing those rumors out there. I've looked around, saw that. I don't know why trading Gallup keeps coming up as an option. A lot of people have dispelled that rumor, but I'm not sure why anybody's trying to get rid of him. In actuality, if you look at his contract situation, next year he might be the only one that is going to command, over 10 mil to possibly 15 mil for his position that we have to pay. So I'd actually keep him. Why not? I mean, at least as long as Gallup is not Gallup, but Lamb is still going to be on his rookie deal, you might as well go ahead keep the team together. As far as, because I think Blake Jarwin is signed for another 2 years, possibly. But I think Dalton Schultz's contract is coming up. That might be possibly why they'd go for a Pitts situation. Oh, they can pay him off season. Actually, when you think about it, the Cowboys could have paid Byron Jones when he was up, but they chose not to do it. They can move money around to get people they want. They just choose not to. And they saw something in Byron Jones that just wasn't working for them. And am I streaming draft night? I might stream just for our pick, but not the whole draft, because I know a lot of the other streamers are going to be streaming the whole draft. And I'll probably just do hopefully if we stay at 10, I'll probably start streaming at number 6 with the Eagles. But yeah, the cap is a myth. It is. There is technically a hard number, but teams can easily get around those numbers. We've seen it time and time again because the Saints were like what? The Saints and the Eagles were like 40, 45, $47 million over the cap, technically. And then somehow magically they're under the cap in time. Come on. There's ways around this money situation that the Cowboys just choose not to use, which I get. Sometimes you don't want to stretch money too far out into the future when players start falling apart and breaking down. Yep. And with the new television deal, it would not go up this year because they just finalized that deal. But next offseason, it will skyrocket to probably that $100 billion or $100 million that talked about. Anthony Harris. Exactly. I mean, teams I'm not a financial guy, but it is amazing what people can do when they need to actually get new money. Because I thought for sure that I'd see more cuts coming from the Saints and the Eagles and teams like that were supposedly over the cap, but it didn't happen that way. A lot of teams, what they did was release some players that were making too big of a deal, and then they just re-signed them for 1 or 2 year options. And then once the TV money hits, they're just going to re-extend them to a big contract again anyway. It just makes no sense. Ooh, Harris and Neal. Actually, that's funny. I was watching some of Law Nation's video last night about Keanu Neal and how he fits in our scheme. And he said that Keanu Neal's pretty good, but don't let him be out there in space against teams like against Amari Cooper in practice, because he will get lost, especially with somebody who can run crisp routes. So we'll have to see if Neal is going to stay strictly tight end or be watching some of them slot receivers or something. Yep, Taysom Hill. His was a perfect example. Harris doesn't fit the scheme. No. But what's the word they say? We'll fit the scheme around the player. That never happened. It's all great in theory. Yeah, 1 year, $5 million. Oh yeah. Did y'all know that Deshaun Jackson has agreed to a deal with the LA Rams? Now I'm not sure why they would pick him up other than the long ball, but I don't see him doing any better in LA than he did anywhere else, especially if he's always injury prone like he is. Yeah. I don't see much in the Harris signing for the Eagles. It's like when they signed Slay, all the Eagles guys were saying Slay will take out Cooper. And what happened? Slay can't handle guys that run good routes. He gets embarrassed. They lie. That's true. Honey Badger, he'd have been great for this team, but we got screwed out of that deal because the ownership group said he didn't fit. The coaching staff said he couldn't fit. But the coaching staff were idiots. They didn't know what they were doing with Byron Jones for 3 out of 5 years. So there's that. Trey Boston, right. They could have had him. Speaking of that, whatever happened to Ha Ha Clinton Dix? I'm still confused. If anybody can tell me what happened to that one, I'd like to know. I'm still confused how he got released and nobody talked about him anymore. Because that made no sense to me. Let's see. Last reported, Haha visited the Raiders. Great, another former Cowboy looking at the Raiders, huh? No, he has not been signed yet. No. Should they have kept him over Thompson? Yes. Anybody over Thompson was better, but I don't know what the coaches were looking at when they kept Wilson backlogged forever. Took them too long? Yes. They always seem to draft players and then play free agents on top of those guys and like never see them. We don't know why they didn't start Bradley and Nate. He was there. He could have got some great reps in, but they didn't even utilize him. They put in like Dorrance Armstrong over Nate, and Dorrance Armstrong wasn't exactly doing anything. You put Crawford out there, and Tyrone Crawford was doing nothing. Yeah, that's what I said. Trade second for J.C. Jackson. Pay him 3.5 for a year tender. Trade back. It's not a bad deal. But I've seen a lot of fans make some pretty good judgment calls on trades and draft picks that I hope the organization considers, because there's some pretty smart guys out here who are making some pretty good deals. Well, Thompson and a lot of guys are special teams players, but even with that, it wasn't helping us. Joe Thomas was a special teamer. He's gone. I'd have liked to have kept him. He also played defense pretty darn well. But Wilson was that guy in preseason a couple years ago that was showing off, and they just didn't do anything with him. Des Bryant, the thing about retirement for football, you can always sign a 1-day contract and retire with any team. You don't have to actually play for them again. So We might just see Dez retire. He said he wanted to play for 2 more years, but I don't think anybody's going to pick him up, to be honest. He didn't really do anything in Baltimore other than be a decoy. Let's see. Look him up real quick. Yeah, he only had 6 receptions, 47 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he ain't really do too much for Baltimore. Don't grab Surtain or Farley. Who would you like to pick up, Adrian? Because at number 10, we might have a pick of anybody. We can actually move back in the draft if we really want to. So we'll have to see. But that's what I'm here for. I'd like to see everybody's opinions. Why do you do not want to grab Surtain or Farley? There's nothing on that. You definitely move back. Micah, Kyle Pitts. Well, that's most rookies being raw. Surtain, yeah, he does not have the speed of Farley. But Trayvon, he was pretty much raw, and he had to come out there and show. He got burnt quite a few times as well. That's a position that's going to get burnt a lot, so I wouldn't hold that against him or any corner. Parsons, no. Well, if you're just tuning in, we might not have to worry about Farley anyway. This just in, Virginia Tech cornerback Caleb Farley is set to have a microdiscectomy, and he's going to be expected to be ready before training camp. It's an outpatient procedure. So he'll be cleared for full activities before the start of training camp, but that might look at him and say, no. He's not going to work out at his pro day Friday, but he will talk with teams. So that might take Farley off the board for a lot of teams now. No defensive players. We're top 10. Grab Waddle at 10. Trade Gallup. Don't need 2 of them, though. Think Dan Quinn will give us any hope? I hope. I mean, they went out there and touted Dan Quinn in the press conference like he's the best free agent they've ever signed, even over Dion, but he's a coach. He can only do but so much. That dude got burnt by LSU. Yeah, but college and NFL, 2 different dogs. They got to grow up sometime. Wow. I don't know why everybody's trying to give away Gallup. Because if you give up Gallup, that means your starters are now Coop, Lamb. Waddle is now your slot. And if he can't play slot, then you're just kind of assed out again, moving Lamb back inside. I don't think they'll go tight end that early. Uh, Definitely not at 10. And you're right, they'll probably score all the points and no defense again. Gallup for Gilmore. I'm not giving up Gallup, but that's just me. If I can make something happen without giving up one of my top receivers, I'm good because I can pay Gallup and keep this band going for years to go. I can always draft a defense. It may not work out this year, but in the next coming years, it can work. Right. I'm just saying, Lamb could play outside or inside. But do you want to really give up something that's already there to just have another guy to be added to this? $15 million a year to a number two. Y'all wanted them to pay $15 million for Byron Jones, but that didn't work out. But it shouldn't be about money anyway, because once those TV contracts come in, $15 million is going to be chump change. That's true. Their defensive drafts have not been great these last couple years. I don't know what it is. Tamarian Terry. Wilson or Brown, those guys are basically those special teamers that we talked about earlier. I don't think they're ready for a starting role. That's why they're fourth and fifth on the depth chart. But we love it. This is what we're here for. We can fantasize and try and pick up who we wanted, but we don't know, honestly, what the Cowboys are thinking. Yeah, we could have had TJ Watt. Yeah. Makes you wonder if Waddle is going to go in the top 10 or not. A lot of guys are looking at him. Yeah, to be honest, those passes can be a lot better from Dak to Gallup. There's been too many times that Dak has kind of put the ball so high up. Coop, Gallup, Lamb get darn near broken necks trying to catch him. Yeah, I think Caleb Farley might fall now with this outpatient surgery. It's minimal risk, but you have to think that's a back surgery. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. Slater or Pitts? Ooh. If it came down to Slater or Pitts, I'd probably pick Slater just on the fact that I can't trust Smith to stay at left tackle too many more years because he's starting to fall apart on us. And I need somebody to protect that blind side. Cole Beasley. Yeah, once he left, he had a lot to say. Waddle to Detroit. I could see that. Yeah, I think Beasley got a raw deal. The offensive coaching staff did not want to see Beasley be that target, even though he was the best thing on that team when Dez Bryant was nothing and Terrence Williams was shit. Exactly. Slater did abuse Chase Young back in the day, so hopefully he could bring that to the next level and continue beating the brakes off of him if we picked him. He ran a 4.46 today. I'm gonna have to check that out. Trade Tim for Okuda. I remember when we actually tried to get Okuda a couple years ago, and people were trying to find ways to go up to get him. Cornerback depth is pretty deep. Offensive line is deep this year. Linebacker is deep, but not D line, not edge, not too many safeties. That Pitt's dream. Hey, it's a dream that we can have. As far as what the Cowboys might actually do, that's a whole different ball game. No, pass rush is not looking good in this draft. Let's see. If I was Jerry and Steven, I would probably make some lame brain decision at number 10, or better yet, because this is the Cowboys, they're going to give away their first and second, move up and get Pitts or something like y'all have been talking about, just to get him off the board before the Eagles. And that could actually play out. I'd hope it doesn't, but you never know with the Cowboys. Exactly. Kelvin Joseph at 44. I could see that. There's just so many options at 10. And to think, halfway through the season, we were actually sitting there at the 3 pick. If we'd have just basically just, kind of, tanked the rest of the season, we could be picking 3rd, 4th, or 5th in the draft. We could have taken our lot and traded back for anything. Do I think they'll take somebody right before the Giants? No. Oh, God, Mo Claiborne. That poor guy. He never had a shot once he entered the league. He just injury prone. He could be the best corner in the freaking league if he wasn't injury prone and had all his problems. Let's see. Yeah, that's the one thing that I hate about Mo Claiborne above all is that he's a Super Bowl champion. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of former Cowboys was on that Kansas City Chiefs defense when they won the Super Bowl a couple years back. Oh, it just hurts. It just hurts knowing that we gave up what? Claiborne was gone, Damian Wilson, Hitchens, Ward, and I think one more player was on that Kansas City defense when they won the Super Bowl. That's crazy. Miami takes Pitts at 3. That's wide receiver in the 2nd. Pitts will run faster 40 than Chase and Devontae Smith. Could be. I wish we had the combine, to be honest. Because over these last couple years, I just now got to actually sit and watch it live. And now none of us can. I mean, I don't have the chance to get on NFL Network or anything to check it while they're streaming live at these pro days. Let's see. Oops. Let's see who else. No excuse to not have a combine this year. I mean, when you're looking at the NCAA doing March Madness, you saw the NFL went through a whole season. If people do the bubble thing and everybody does what they're supposed to, I don't see why you can't have combines and stuff. Let's see. Pitch, Wilson, Ford. Oh man. Malik Hooker will be our starting free safety. It's possible. Yeah. They're going to have fans and the media back at the draft this year. I'm not sure, if it's RSVP tickets or how they're going to do it or what the capacity is going to be. But you got to think, maybe 20, 25%. I don't think they're going to get full capacity like Jerry Jones be talking about in the stadium. That's too far-fetched right now. Better go get them COVID shots. Yeah. Okay. The 2019 Chiefs defense. Anthony Hitchens, Damian Wilson, Tre'Davious Ward, former Cowboys. I do believe Claiborne was injured. He was on IR. They had Tyrone Matthew, Honey Badger. They had Juan Thornhill on that defense. Man, that's crazy. And then they just added a couple more Cowboys over time. Hey, it is what it is. Oh, what time is it? 5:30? Oh, right. I've been on for about an hour. This was fun. I got to go out here, play some with the kiddies. I love talking to you guys. I love streaming with you guys. I hope to do this more often in the future. I'm just trying to get some times and dates set up because my job doesn't have set days for me working. But this is always fun. I love seeing you guys, talking to you guys. Love this whole draft top because we're going to figure out here in a month what's going to happen. Wow. Yeah, that's true. Texas is wide open. All right. Full stadium will happen. Oh, I hope you take care out there, Joseph. It's going to be definitely a hard thing to do if just one case comes back positive in that stadium. I don't know what they plan to do because we know there was, 8 or 9 cases that came out of the stadium last year, and that was only, 25%? So I think those people didn't get it at the stadium. They probably had it before they went to the game, but you just never know. Hope you take care out there, though. All right. I hope you guys take care. Stay safe out there. We're going to have to do this again. We can't wait for the draft. Then we'll finally know what's going to happen. We'll have to know if the future of this team rests in the hands of this defense or the offense. We're going to know one way or the other. I'm hoping the defense can at least get middle of the road. Offense can just continue to score points like they've been doing. And we're just going to have to find out if these coaches can live up to their reputations. Because if not, this is all going to go downhill no matter who the players are. But y'all take care, all right? Stay safe. And we'll talk. If anything else happens, we'll talk about it. The Dallas Cowboy fan, out.